looks like a beautiful day for flying. Everybody, this is our pilot, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. I'm Jazz.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet
on the show, even. Everybody, Stuntman Joe. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
You finally get your own episode.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose the camera this time. These planes don't have a black box, which was pertinent to the great story that he just told about. Go ahead and tell the story again. I forgot to hit the record button. Damn it, Jazz.
So when I was like 3 years old, I woke up one day and I told my parents that I'm going to go have an orange plane. So I've been avoiding orange planes my entire life.
And this one has a lot of orange on it. But there's a lot of white.
White plane.
It's a white plane with orange.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yes, big difference.
Big difference, yes.
I assume it's going to be a life flight helicopter because...
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff you do. So yeah, it will be a life flight helicopter. Okay, so on our way out here, I thought I shot all this video too, but I didn't. So I'm just going to tell you all the footage we shot over there. We were looking at our phones and we were originally going to go to the Kinzua Bridge State Park, but there's a storm moving in, so we can't do that. So we decided, what should we do? We're going to fly east and go over the Appalachian Mountains, right?
Appalachians, absolutely.
Which is very appropriate because this episode's musical guest is Appalachian Honey.
That's perfect.
So it's even better than going to Kinzua. So,
well, is Kinzua in the Appalachians?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Oh, way to ruin it, Joe.
I think the bridge goes over the Appalachians, splits the...
Okay, well, that would have been cool too, but we're definitely going over the Appalachians.
We're
just in
definitely
case
going over the Appalachians.
Yeah. So while we're figuring out the plane stuff, here's some music from Appalachian Honey.
Sun and stars and everything far in the galaxy. You're my Tom Petty. Come take a trip with me to hear harmonies combine to be perfect melody. Tom Petty.
Ashley's our pilot, and she's just taking care of some last minute flight plan stuff. And I have to tell you, I was on my way here, right? And you said about dying in a orange plane.
Going to heaven. Let's
okay,
go to
yeah.
heaven. Come on.
Okay, going to heaven. Well, I have to tell you, on my way here, I got thinking about coal miner lore and superstition. Why? Because I was leaving and I had to turn around and go back. And the old coal miners back in the day in Western Pennsylvania used to be very superstitious. So if they left the house and turned around to go back because they forgot something, they felt that was bad luck. And then they wouldn't even go in that day to mine. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 years of Penn State, that's what I learned. So I thought about calling you and being like, I had to turn around, so I can't go flying, but I'm going to chance it. I think we're in good hands.
In an orange plane.
In an orange plane going to heaven.
All right.
Given our track record with shooting video and not having the camera survive,
It's happened.
it has happened. I owed you this from the San Antonio episodes. We should have wore kilts on this journey.
It'd be a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
A little bit chilly.
It's a little chilly out already, but it's going to be a beautiful day. Yesterday was beautiful. Today we have cloud cover. But yeah, let's check out the plane, huh?
We're at 9,000 feet. It's going to get a little bit colder.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's a beauty.
Yes,
She's a gorgeous plane.
I love it. So this is the Piper Warrior. I got to do it.
I like these planes a lot more than like the Cessna.
Do you? You like the wings below instead of wings above. Does it feel different? Is that why?
You can see more. It feels less enclosed almost.
All right.
That and if it wasn't for a Cessna, I would be skydive certified. Because they can only go up like 8,500 feet.
Uh-huh.
So when I was doing my skydive training, I lost like 20,000 feet of free fall.
Oh, wow. Okay, for all you that might not know this, even though I call him Stuntman Joe every other word, he is an actual stuntman. Right?
It's true.
Yeah. What have you done lately, stuntman-wise?
Just rigging.
Rigging. Stunts.
Yeah, like suspended actors in the bottom of a car
That sounds pretty cool.
that was flipped.
Yeah, see, there's always a catch. There's always a catch. Like, yeah, they were in a car, hanging off the side of a bridge, or, whatever. But
Upside
yeah.
down, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we flipped the car.
All right, we're getting in the plane. The white plane with a little bit of orange. Orange. Piper Warrior. Oh, that makes life easier. I thought I had to climb over that. All the comforts of a car. Do I have to wear a seatbelt?
Yes.
All right. Do I have to turn my phone off and put it in airplane mode?
You guys ready?
We're ready.
In the event of an emergency, if we are still on the ground, I'll apply full brakes. If we're below 1,000 feet, we're going to glide over to the freeway and land. If we're above 1,000 feet, we're going to circle back and come down. Any questions? You guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it! Airspeed's coming alive. Gauges are green. There we go. Line up. You're heavy. Really heavy. We're doing it! I wish we could go to the bridge. Sorry, guys. Oh well.
060, maintain
C'est la vie.
reception, localized cleared ILS runway 3, Willing.
You're lying there, you don't wanna make a move. You're crying there, and I can see you're scared, but you gotta time, just a little more time. But to me, you'll always be alive. Your eyes, or maybe it's that smile, or maybe it's that way that you light up my day. But you gotta fight, gotta keep on trying. God knows that you're buying time, just a little more time. But to me,
So it looks like we're approaching the Appalachian Mountains now.
Yes, look how
That's the mountain
gorgeous it
range.
is.
That's the Appalachians already.
Yeah. Our ground speed is 154 knots right now.
A lot quicker when you don't have to turn.
Yeah. And you're going 150 miles an hour.
Right?
So an interesting fact, the Appalachian Mountain Range, like through Pennsylvania, it starts in Labrador and comes down, ends in Georgia, I believe. But it is the same mountain range that is in Scotland.
Really?
When Pangea was the thing, it was the same mountain range. So when it splits, so the Appalachian Mountains are a lot like Scotland and Ireland.
There you have it. Little trivia here on Jazz and Rockin Roadshow.
Yeah.
Jazz, you picked a nice time to fly.
Yeah. That's a nice contrast with the color, right? With the backdrop, like the light and then the mountains.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Like, look at down there.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. The trees are so red right now. Look at those trees.
Gorgeous out here.
Yeah. Pretty. We are cruising. We're going fast. We have a strong tailwind. And then we'll do a touch and go, it's called, at Uni. So I'll land and then I'll depart right away.
We're halfway there.
Are we already? Yeah. We have 60 miles.
We are in the Appalachians right now.
Will we land in State College?
We'll land and then we'll take off right away. It's called a touch and go. It's fun to land.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you're running and you're like, okay, now I get to turn around. It's like, yeah, I did it.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's just fun.
Yeah, we were-
storm.
We were going to go to North Carolina on Sunday. Stop in where the Wright brothers started the whole aviation thing.
Yeah, first flight.
That was going to be like 6 hours round trip.
That's a great museum.
Yeah.
I've shot video there twice, but never used it for one of my shows. Maybe I'll put it here. I'll put it right here.
There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna flash back to the Wright Brothers Museum on Jazz's Rockin Roadshow.
Where aviation all started.
I am here at the Wright Brothers Museum, and this is a replica of the Kitty Hawk, man. This is the first plane that flew in 1903, something like that. And I'm gonna go outside to show you where it was at, but right out there is where they did their first flights. I don't have my buddy Utah tell you about it. This is my friend Utah gonna tell us about these markers, because he knows all the details. So do please tell about, this is where they did the flights, the first flights.
Actually, this is where they lived, right here.
Okay.
That's the hangar that kept that first glider in. Then they launched from that rock over there.
Where all the people were standing, yep.
Exactly, that was the launch point right there. They made 4 flights. That's where they landed the first time, mark number 1, second flight, third flight.
And
then they made it all the way down there to the 4th one.
with success.
Which was a huge success. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never been done before. And the interesting thing is those trees back in the day were not there, from what I understand. There was a life station further down over that way. And if you look at a lot of pictures and statues and things like that, the life station people based there were kind of helping them out. In fact, there's a tie into the iconic photo, which maybe we'll talk about later. But they made it down on that 4th flight, and unfortunately, a gust of wind flipped the plane
Oh, geez.
over and busted up the crankcase, and that was the end of it at that point right there, because they wanted to go way further.
Kind of an accident. Not really an accident, but an accident.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't crash the plane.
Right.
But the way, yeah, exactly. And when you see what the plane was made out of, it's no wonder that thing, and the wind.
This wind's crazy.
All right, so we're going to walk down their flight path with the first 4 flights, the first 3 being not so successful, the 4th one being very successful. But we're going to go right down there and check it out. This is my friend Kate from Parabellum. In case you didn't meet her early in the episode, here she is now. But we are at the 4th marker. So, in 1903, Wilbur Wright did a 59-second flight to this marker for a distance of what, 850 some foot? Yeah, at about 10 foot off the ground, right?
Yeah.
So what's crazy about this, as you walk from where they started, the first 3 markers, so the first 2 markers, they were only airborne for like 12 seconds.
Yep.
The 3rd one, where they went substantially further, was 15 seconds. So from them to get from there to here for a full minute, holy, like, that was an achievement.
Changed the world.
It did totally change the world, because I think about that, like, I wouldn't travel to half the places I go to if it wasn't for these guys. Both on bicycles and on planes, really. But yeah, so this is where they had the bit of an accident with the wind.
Yeah, but the wind supposedly flipped the plane over.
Yeah.
That's where that shattered the crankcase.
Yeah.
Inside there, pieces. They still have pieces of that.
I'll have
So
to
that ended the whole thing because they wanted to make it. These
further.
trees weren't here, and they wanted to make it further down to a life station that's down there.
So here's a question. I don't know if you know the answer to this. What do they consider the first flight? Is this one considered the first, like, real flight, or did those little ones count?
That's a good question.
I don't know the answer.
Well, they have 4 markers here, so I'm going to say.
I'm gonna say this one.
Flight.
If you want to argue that, Google it, because I don't have time to look all this stuff up. So Google it. Here's musical performance or something. Google it.
I never opened up these full moon eyes until I went to New Mexico. I was stargazing the Perseid on a mountain in Rio do Sul. Let me just tell you, these diamonds, they don't shine the same. But I see the same beauty walking these trails up here in the Appalachian, and I can't complain. So when you find you're in the Black Forest, just know that it's still home to the majestic white tails raising their fawns, and the blue jays that sing morning songs. Maybe you keep your bare feet walking that winding picturesque trail. Your dreams are gone, find the day and manifest themselves. These full moon eyes always compared my life to everyone else's Photoshop narrative. But now I see that life's like photography, and we develop from the negatives, and I can't complain. So when you find you're in the Black Forest, just know that it's still home to the majestic white tails raising their fawns, and the blue jays that sing morning songs. Maybe you keep your bare feet walking that winding picturesque trail. Your dreams are gone, find the they'll manifest themselves.
So this is the Wright Brothers Monument up on top of Kill Devil Hill.
Yeah, 1928, as you can see there, or dedicated,
Yeah.
32, I guess.
Right on. So from up here, you can really see everything behind us, and kind of puts it all in perspective. Like, if you see where the brown path is, where it ends and turns right, that's where their aviation hangar was and where they slept. And at that corner is where we started the walk down there. So they only went from that corner of that clear down to those trees, which when I say only, I don't mean like that's not an accomplishment, but you know, there are a lot of people would have gave up.
Yeah, and remember, them trees weren't there, and you can see the ocean right out there. So there was a life station out there,
Right.
which we brought up multiple times. They actually wanted to make it over to that life station. So they wanted to go, you know, obviously way further, as you can see from here.
Right. Interesting. This is where flight began.
Yep. Now there's satellites looking at us right now.
Right? They're looking at us.
Electric eye.
It's them. There's one now.
Huh?
See it? Hi.
It is pretty amazing that, like, they did all those flights and then the successful flight was, what, 53 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, but that would have been a big deal. Like, my goodness, dude, you were up in the air for 53 seconds.
I mean, game changing.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
Well, that's what I tell people, you know, regardless of your personal feelings on Elon Musk. I mean, he's the modern day Wright brothers.
Oh,
with outer
100%.
space. You know?
Oh, that he landed the rocket?
That was unbelievable.
Like, holy shit.
2816 has Sierra for all Palmer field safe.
Tower, this is going to be a touch and go, then can I request a departure to the west for Mike Delta?
For Mike Delta, Roger. Clear for the option. Skyhawk should be airborne here shortly after the option VFR back to the west.
We're going to enter ground effect, which is kind of like floating on a cloud. Right here.
The 1 hotel off in northern, no traffic.
Let the airspeed lead off.
Good flight.
You hold it off, you hold it off, you hold it off. And then you let it kiss the ground, just barely. Oh, that was a good landing. Here we go.
Touch and go.
Touch and go, baby. Ow! Get off the ground. We are heavy. You got a fat ass. Traffic. He blew in the wind.
So we just did a touch and go. I think I called that right?
Yes,
touch and
you
go
did.
landing at Penn State. Then we were going to go to Indiana, but now we're going to Latrobe instead because of the weather. Originally, we were going to go to Kinzua Bridge State Park, but weather changed our plans. So we're going to head there, and we're about, how far are we from there?
We are 40 miles.
40 miles. So, as we continue to fly there, let's watch a performance from our friends in Appalachian Honey. heading to the left.
That's where we're landing. Ride the waves.
That was a good wave.
It's gusty.
Woohoo, we made it to where we at? Latrobe. I can get used to having my own private pilot. I like it.
Yeah.
I just got to save up. That's what we need for Jazz's Rockin Roadshow right there.
Oh yeah.
What is that one?
That's a Gulfstream.
Gulfstream. That's
Next time we will be flying the Gulfstream.
all right. Next, you heard her. You heard her. She said next time it's the Gulfstream. All right, we're gonna go get some food here at Latrobe. So here's a video or a performance from Appalachian Honey.
Oh, would you look at the time you thought that you were mine? I'm sorry that I made you sigh 'cause you want me to stay, but I've got places to play. This nowhere land wants to put a ring on my hand. No, you don't know me. Shit, go on and take another hit. Yeah, you don't owe me. Shit, go on and take another sip. Maybe I don't wanna put on my social butterfly wings tonight, and that's alright. 'Cause you don't know me. Shit, go on and take another hit. Yeah, you don't owe me. Shit, go on and take another sip. look at the time. You thought that you were mine. I'm sorry that I made you sigh.
All right, we just had a little bit of lunch here in Latrobe. Now we're heading back out and we're gonna buzz Pittsburgh. I don't know if that's the right word I should use, but we're gonna look at Pittsburgh in the plane. We did not go to heaven in the orange plane. Lovely.
There's a boy I used to know. He used to walk me home, and now he's gone. And there's
All right. So typically I interview bands at the studio, but this is my favorite little pub that's close to the studio, and we were all hungry. So here we are at my favorite place in the world, Monaco's. Welcome, Appalachian Honey, which consists of Chrissy Joe, Damon, and the most reoccurring guest on my show ever, Mr. Utah Burgess. He's just filling in. He just happened to be here drinking while we were here. First ever interview from the pub. Congratulations.
Believe it. I feel very honored, honestly, for this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
So tell me about how you came up with Appalachian Honey.
So Appalachian Honey is new. We just started last November, so not even a year in yet. Almost, but not quite there yet. We met at an open mic night at Heroes in Kittanning, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Jen and Steve. Thanks for everything you guys are doing. Right on.
I just had them on the Common Crown show. So yeah, go to their bar, Heroes.
Yeah, so I'll pass the mic over to Damon.
And as far as the name of the band goes, we were just throwing around some names, and Chrissy is a fan of Steve Miller Band, and she threw out Wild Mountain Honey, which would be a cool band name. And this was all through text, so, and I just responded, how about Appalachian Honey? And then
I love it.
There it is. Yeah.
Bing, bada, boom.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Got the. Yeah. So anybody that needs to know how to spell it, so you can look it up on Spotify or whatever streaming service. Appalachian. I had to look it up 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm not real good at the English language sometimes.
Increase your Google reach.
Yes.
Yay!
Exactly.
People searching.
Yes.
Yeah. So, are you the main songwriter then?
Currently, yes. Damon does write music, though, as well.
Yes,
and we
I
have
do.
a couple songs, but he also performs his songs with Cosmic Unity, which is another band that he is in.
We're going to have them on the show, too. Do you play mandolin in that band as well?
Yes, I do, and that's a 5-person band. We got guitar, bass, guy plays banjo, harmonica, and I play mandolin. Got some percussion.
Cool.
Yeah, right on, man.
All right, we'll talk about them later. But for now, it's Appalachian Honey I want to hear about. So, any recordings yet? And if so, where can the audience get them?
No recordings yet, but
Except for this show that you just did.
exactly.
Thank you for being on the show, by the way.
There's a little birdie that told me there might be something in the works after the new year, though.
All right,
So
all right.
That's
See, and
exciting.
that's what's cool about music from the 412 is we can have bands of all ranges. A brand new band like yourself, and hopefully the show helps to push you a little bit and get people out there that wouldn't see you otherwise. And then we can also have bands that have an established following. So, it's a big community here in Pittsburgh in the 412.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out the hand thing there.
Right on. The only other recording that we did was on the show with Bob in Utah, and we recorded 4 songs there, and I can't even remember which 4 they were, but I know the one gets a little playtime.
It was 9:30 in the morning, and we were all drunk. So.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, what else are you going to do at 9:30 in the morning? You don't want to work, right?
Shout out to the Grassroots 97.7. Thank you for that beautiful opportunity.
And that's what's cool, because those recordings, like years from now, they'll resurface somehow, and then it'll be like a collector's item. Like, I had them back. You have the sessions they did on 97.7. Oh man, but those days aren't like they used to be. It used to be like, man, I found this cool rare recording down at Ides, and now it's like, yeah, it's all on Spotify anymore. Thanks for ruining my interview, Spotify. Oh my goodness. So, we're all types of places. So y'all met at I heard you all met each other at an open mic, and you were just like, Utah, come up and play bass, and now all of a sudden he's playing bass with y'all, right?
Yeah,
Is that how it
so
happened?
kind of. I mean, well, actually, Utah, Damon, and I, we all kind of knew each other from fostering music, which Chrissy Stitt does a great job at putting that on for the kids.
Okay, listen, bands, that's a great show for a great cause. It puts musical instruments in the kids' hands, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's the whole point.
Lessons and instruments.
Yeah, lessons and instruments. So
Kids in the foster system.
yes, for kids in the foster system. So we
Super
have a
beautiful.
lot of great opportunities for bands in the 412 area, and that's a great example of that. So I'm sorry I interrupted, but y'all met at Fostering Music.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how we all, like, we were in different bands, and Utah was doing sound, like, the first time I ever met him, so.
Yeah, that's the first time
And
I
then
heard
we
Chrissy
just
sing.
kind of
yeah.
progressed to do it year after year, and just, you get to
And
know
here you
people.
are.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
And that's what it's all about, networking and stuff. And that's what this show is about, because I always joke around. I always say my show is watched by tens of people. But, if each band has their group of fans and then they watch your show, you're networking without even realizing it. And it's like, it's all about building the scene. At least in my world it is. I know, and you're real big on that too, about building the scene and having it be like, man, bands don't have to be pricks to each other. We can all work together and have a great scene. And
Amen to that.
Yeah, and there's room for everything. I would love to go see a band like what you do. It's such a joy to have different instrumentation, acoustic bass, a mandolin, a harmonica, and guitar is cool too. But and a wonderful voice.
And not to mention a voice from heaven, seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you do have a very strong voice. In fact, when we were doing the recordings up there, I kept turning her down. So, yeah, you don't even need a mic.
No, I don't. You're right.
So-
in fact, whenever we were doing our one rehearsal, these two plugged in, and I was like, I'm not gonna plug in. I don't need a mic.
And those recordings from that
Those
actually
recordings are
sounded
good.
really good.
Like, you can't tell that I wasn't mic'd, but I was not mic'd.
So, recordings after the new year. Hell, this may not even air till after the new year, but recordings in the future. Where can people find you on social media?
We have the Facebook, Appalachian Honey, and then I'm Chrissy Joe, and you can follow me, like me, friend me, whatever, because it's all, about
It's all
music.
interlinked.
It's all about music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Damon Dosh is
Yeah,
here.
that's basically the reason I have a Facebook, that and some kid pictures and things like that. But yeah, it's just to, get out the music that I'm
Quit
putting
moving the
out.
table.
Oops, I'm sorry.
I was trying to be nice.
But funny
No, I'm just
to
Off the table.
circle
Get your
back
hands off the
on
table.
supporting other musicians. So Damon and I actually have a gig on Friday night at a local place in Katanning.
Yeah.
And Jen and Steve's other band, so they're in Common Crown, but they also have Strung Over. They're going to be playing like right up the road from us, and their gig lasts a little bit longer than ours. So we're actually going to head up there. It's a Halloween party. It's going to be a good time.
That's the second time that we've rolled from one of our gigs to one of their gigs. Yeah.
And I can see that. See, that's such a great thing about like what you do. You could fit in with so many different types of bands. You know what I mean? I could see you opening up for a rock band. I could see you opening up for a rockabilly, acoustic band, country band. So you got a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest questions actually people ask me. It's like, what genre of music do you guys play? And I'm like, it really just depends on the night,
You should make something up. Like we play Appalachian American Kana. I swear I only drank that much. I can't even form words. Americana Appalachian folk rock or something like that, and just make something up and people will be like, oh yeah.
Right, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm real into that.
Yeah, right? So I'm going to ask you one last question because our food's going to come out and then we're going to chow down. But what do you want the world to know about Appalachian Honey?
I want the world to know that all of our music comes straight from the heart. I don't ever sit down and say, I'm writing a song today. Honestly, our songs just come to us, and I think that's the most beautiful form of poetry, to put it in 2 words.
There you have it. Well, please, everybody out there in TV land, check out my good friends, Appalachian Honey, on social media. Check them out, Facebook and all that good stuff. And thank you so much for being...
gig.
What's that?
And a live gig.
And all their live gigs. Yeah, go see them live. That's more important than all this social media BS. But, it's 2024 or whatever year it is you're watching this. Check them out on social media and go see them live. And please come back and see me on Jazz's Rockin Roadshow in the future, please.
Thanks for having
Right on.
us,
Thanks,
Jazz.
Jazz. This is awesome.